What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Live Game, episode 143. This is the average man's perspective on football. I'm your co-host, Marcus. Joining me on the panel tonight is Herman. Say what's up, Herman.
Hey.
Next up is Brian. Say what up, Brian.
Say again.
Say what up, Brian.
Oh.
Hey, attention, sir.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I said it.
I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
And last but never least is Mark. Say what up, Mark.
Good evening.
It always fails on yours. I'm gonna start making you last.
Oh, first.
Before we get started, I want to encourage everyone to like, share, and subscribe. Especially if you're watching on YouTube. You can join us in our Facebook group, The Delay of Game. We're on Twitter/X at Delay of Game 3.
Stop saying
and
that
on
X.
Instagram at the official Delay of Game. It is X.
On Twitter. We just on Twitter.
They call it X now. So
no, only that dude calls it X. Everybody else calls it Twitter.
Right. It says X. Every time I get an email saying there's a post made, it says
yeah, X. That's because that dude
formerly known as Twitter. Whatever. Last week, Thanksgiving, we had a bunch of primetime games. Had the first ever Black Friday game. I guess Amazon make sure they get their one game a week. They're like, you giving us our game. We don't care what you're doing.
Right.
Mark is hosting tonight, so go ahead and start us off, Mark.
All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to have a fantastic show. Start off with NFL news. Then we'll get into our hot topics, review our picks from last week's games, our picks for the upcoming games, and then we'll end it with our final thoughts. So we're going to start off with the news. I'll pitch it back to you, Marcus. Give us the first news story, please.
Former Philadelphia Eagles great Deshaun Jackson is flying off into the sunset. Jackson is officially retiring after a 15-year NFL career, the Eagles announced today. The former Eagles second-round pick will be recognized as an honorary captain during Sunday's game against the San Francisco 49ers. The Cal speedster shot out of the gate in 2008, generating 912 yards and 2 touchdowns as a rookie, but his exploits were just taking off. In his first 6 seasons with the Eagles, Jackson earned 3 Pro Bowl nods as a receiver and a returner, generating 3 1,000-yard seasons and countless big plays. Perhaps no play was more memorable than the miracle at the New Meadowlands in 2010 when Jackson returned a punt, 65 yards for the game-winning touchdown with no time left to cap a miraculous comeback over the Giants.
Did he last play with the Ravens?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
I thought he was on the Ravens
last year. Did he play last year?
He was with the Rams one year.
There you go. Okay.
I think he was with the Ravens last, though. Yeah, I think.
I forgot.
I swear, I remember
mentioned it. I forgot all about him.
Yeah, he barely played. I mean,
yeah, that's last time it was the Rams. He definitely barely played that year.
I cannot picture.
I think that was a year. What's his name got hurt? That was Cooper Kupp, and then the other wide receiver that was depending on got hurt too. So,
okay. Give our next news story. I'm gonna pitch it off to you, Herman. Give us our next news story.
All right. The most unique story of the NFL's 2023 season might be coming to an end after watching quarterback Josh Dobbs throw 4 interceptions and cost me a fantasy game Monday night in a 12-10 loss to the Chicago Bears. Minnesota Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell said he will spend the team's upcoming bye reviewing the best path forward at the position. Dobbs was forced into emergency duty in Week 9, 5 days after the Vikings acquired him in an October 31st trade with the Arizona Cardinals, when rookie Jaren Hall suffered a concussion. Veteran Nick Mullins, who entered the season as the number 2 quarterback, was on injured reserves at the time because of a back injury. But Mullins is back on the active roster, and Hall cleared concussion protocol last week.
No, don't get salty now, Mr. Josh Dobbs, the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh, what do you mean? I said that he was going to bring a different element to the Minnesota Vikings, and he did.
Oh, he brought a different element, all right.
Not really. I mean, what's his name was You can throw picks too.
You wasn't talking like this. No,
He was playing good. I mean, he had one bad game. He was playing good football up until then. He won. They were winning, right? Were they not winning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were.
And then it all come crashing down, and now he might be
doing
on the bench.
something. Well, that's just that's because they're so quick to just knee jerk reaction.
The thing, my whole thing is that he was a journeyman quarterback for a reason.
Yeah,
no matter how smart he is, no matter how many highlight plays he made, he never stuck with a team for a reason.
Because nobody ever really gives him a chance. They don't give anybody a chance anymore in the NFL. You know that.
Oh my God.
I mean, you dog out Brock Purdy, but you just in love with Josh Dobbs for some reason.
Tell me about it. Wasn't he?
Just in love with Josh Dobbs.
Well, that's different.
Because the dude was playing He was playing good football. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. We know how these other quarterbacks are always hanging around. Just like Cleveland. Look who y'all know who the number 2 quarterback is in Cleveland right now?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. Tell me why he's
Super Bowl winner, Joe Flacco.
Why is he still in the league?
Super Bowl winner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't. He just came back into the league. He wasn't on a team.
But he's in it. We know why.
Super Bowl winner.
All right. Give us the next news story, please, Brian.
All right. This Sunday, the Eagles could be the first team to make the playoffs. The Eagles have a tough battle this week against the 49ers, but if they win and a few things happen, they could punch their ticket to the playoffs. Here are the scenarios. The Eagles win over the 49ers, and the Rams lose or tie with the Browns. The other scenario is if the Eagles win over the 49ers, and the Packers lose or tie to the Chiefs, and the Lions lose to the Saints. Third scenario would be the Eagles tie with the 49ers, the Rams lose, the Packers lose or tie, and the Falcons lose or tie when they play the Jets. The final one that they can get into is if the Eagles tie with the 49ers, again, the Rams lose, again, the Packers lose or tie, and the Saints lose or tie with the Lions. So bad luck to the Eagles this week.
That is way too many scenarios.
That's a lot of scenarios.
And it's funny that none of them involve Dallas.
No. But the biggest one is the first one, is the one that's the most, logical that could actually happen.
Yeah. True.
It's true. All right. So I got the final news story of the week. It's not news that the NFL is the most popular TV sport in the United States, but a lot, even granting that, however, the previous week, the gridiron was a pretty remarkable one. The NFL recorded its 4th biggest audience of regular season during the Thanksgiving week, with 3 of those topping 30 million viewers for good measures. The league also offered up an inaugural Black Friday matchup to a smaller audience on Amazon Prime, which Marcus pointed out they had to get theirs in their video. And the college football season produces most watch contests as well. So big props for the NFL. They got a big fan base for the Thanksgiving Day weekend, plus with the Black Friday game, which was the first one. We had texted in the group. I said, man, this is so odd seeing a game this on Friday afternoon at 3:00. It was just odd. It was odd. It felt like a Saturday.
I'm curious why they did it at 3:00 and not, like a primetime game.
I didn't even know it was on. I had to.
For real, I had to watch it while working on my computer.
I think it probably was because of college football. They were trying to get it.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I think
okay.
Agree. Yeah. Couple of college games were in process, so they didn't want to mess with that. But still, they could have made it. It could have made a primetime game, really.
Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird being on
6 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. I mean, but I guess they figured most people were off. And that as Mark pointed out, that Ohio State Michigan game was, I think, one of the most watched college football games ever.
Yep.
In history.
But that wasn't Friday. Wasn't that Saturday?
That was Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, so that concludes our NFL news. We're going to get into next Darian's Corner.
No,
Marcus. No, we're actually not. I literally
This is in the group chat,
texted
sir. In the group chat. This was in the
And he even mentioned you in it to let you know.
It says during the quarter.
Does it?
Yes.
No, it does not.
I don't think it does.
Maybe on the printout it
You guys
says.
gave
You
the
mean
final,
you print
you
it
guys
out?
gave the final hour or something?
Bruh, did you not read? I literally.
Let's look at the time. Let's look at the time.
Hey.
And he posted it.
Yeah. So
6:54. 6:54. But that was like almost an hour before the show started.
It was. So what
but
it
it was,
is
but it was literally wait. It was literally right after I said who's hosting tonight.
yeah,
So I knew.
that marker.
Hey man, I was in a whole different mode at that particular time.
Alrighty.
So the hot topic question, we got two hot topics. The question is, if you had a complete team and you just needed a franchise quarterback, who would it be? The choices are Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy.
I'll let you start it off, Herman.
We already know what he's gonna say.
Who am I going to
I
say?
don't.
Do you?
He hate both of the teams.
That's what I'm saying. So you really know what he's going to say?
I don't. I just
Right.
say I don't.
So I had to think about this one as I created the topic. I thought it was a pretty good topic, especially since they had this week. If I had to take one, it's and this I guess is going to surprise everybody. I guess it's Jalen Hurts, and
He's
the
surprised.
reason for that is his abilities when plays break down. He can get you those yards. He can run. Nobody's scared of Brock Purdy running, not really, but you are a little fearful of Jalen Hurts running. And Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. You know, I dog him out, whatever. But the dude ain't lost but like 4 games, I think, since he took over, you know, as a starter quarterback. Now, granted, it's a team sport, but if we're going to blame the quarterbacks for their losses, we're going to give the quarterbacks their props for the wins. So,
Well, you did say the rest of the team was a complete team. So,
and well, that's what I'm saying. If you had a complete team, so you definitely, in my opinion, take Jalen Hurts. So, and then of course, you know, the quarterback sneak. Even before they started doing the tush push, he's so strong lower body that he was getting those first downs anyway. They just kind of perfected it. So, but yeah, I do believe that if you put Purdy in a different situation, he's not as much of a threat. If you want to call that a system QB, then yeah, he's a system QB. You know, it's shown that if you put pressure on Purdy, he'll make some errant throws. And I mean, we've all seen some stuff that he's getting away with. You know, he's chucking the ball and ducking and a few things here and there that he shouldn't be doing. He gets away with it. So my pick would be Jalen Hurts.
Marcus.
I'm going to also have to go with Jalen Hurts, even though I've been a big Brock Purdy supporter. And I hate to call him a system quarterback, but I would like to see him outside of San Francisco. Whereas with Jalen, I think he would be the same quarterback no matter whose system you put him in. Where Brock, I mean, so, you know, let's not forget that Jimmy Garoppolo had got the 49ers Super Bowl and won a lot of games in San Francisco under Kyle Shanahan. And, you know, I can't really trust any Shanahan quarterback right now until I see him outside of Shanahan system. Because you look what Jimmy Garoppolo did in New England. I mean, not New England. Raiders. Even though you could put that on Josh McDaniel, which I think I will put most of the blame on Josh McDaniel, but still, it is what it is. But Hurts, you know, I mean, if we look at the pedigree, the resume. I don't know his exact high school resume, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. He won the national championship with Alabama. Hurts did. He led most of the season.
Won that, but go ahead.
Tua came in.
He got benched for Tua. He got benched for Tua.
My commentary, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
He still was on the team, and he still was the starting quarterback for the majority of the season.
Yeah,
okay,
on the bench.
Whatever. For the majority of the season, he started.
Yeah, but
Tua
the big game, he was
game.
on the bench.
Sir, I'm talking now.
Go ahead.
Let me mute this guy. Let me beat you real quick.
Yeah,
then,
on the bench.
While he was a quarterback at Oklahoma under Lincoln Riley, he was a Heisman runner-up. I think he was number 2 or number 3, but he was there. He was in the building. He was a runner-up. So if you take that and he was definitely picked higher than Purdy. And like Herman said, I think he's only lost like 4 games since he's been starting. I think 2 of those were like playoff games. So regular season, I think he's only lost like 2 games. So yeah, I think I would have to go with Hurts. He can throw and he can run. So I think I had to go with Hurts. If the team was complete, I'm definitely going with him. I definitely think he's probably more due to his strength, he's probably more durable than Purdy. So I'm going with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you all so far. Jalen Hurts will be my choice. Looking at the system that Brock is in, he's got so many weapons around him. The way that offense is designed, all he needs to do is not mess it up. Basically, with Jalen, they put a lot of weight on Jalen to form, and even in the game that he played last week, which is one of the best games so far this season. He was hampered by a leg, but he was still able to come back and lead the team to back to victory. But Jalen is my choice because he is an all around. He can run as well as he can pass. So I'll definitely have to take Jalen Hurts as far as my quarterback to start off with.
But you talk about he got weapons. Philadelphia, talking about Brady has weapons. Philadelphia's loaded with weapons too.
That's true, but Jalen brings another asset as far as his running ability that Brock really doesn't have. Well, I haven't seen that with Brock as much. So, and then another thing too, you talk about Garoppolo. He's number 2 behind a rookie.
Garoppolo. Garoppolo.
Your boy in Oakland, Jimmy G.
Okay, Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy G. Gotcha.
Yeah. Jimmy G.
I tell you, if nothing else, we mess up some names on this show, boy.
What's this we stuff?
What not we?
Don't put me in there.
You and Mark.
Put me in there.
Don't
You
put
too,
me in
Herman.
there either. No, sir.
Like Brian.
Yeah, I mean we're all unanimous. It's Hurts. Hurts has 12 losses in his career. Not no
As a
8.
starter?
Yes. Y'all remember he took
No.
over for Goofy. I just looked it up. He's 35 and 12.
Starter.
As
As a starter.
his Hurts is now 33 and 12 in 45 career starts.
That's not what they've been saying on the.
Well, I don't know what they've been saying, but I'm telling you what he is. Y'all remember he took over for Goofy and they weren't good and they were still losing.
Who is Goofy?
Your boy that you
Oh,
had
it's
last year.
it's the last 2 years. I'm sorry. He has 4.
Yeah.
Oh, last
I
year.
knew he lost more than some 8
You talking about
games.
Wentz? You talking about taking
Yeah.
over for Wentz?
Yeah, he took over for Wentz, and they still didn't do good. But the only reason I'm picking Jalen Hurts is because he's black.
That's the only reason.
Is that the only? Yeah, I mean, both of them are suck. One was a 2nd round pick. One was Mr. Irrelevant. Neither one of them will be good if they weren't in the systems that they are with the talent that they have. So, I think if you put Jalen Hurts
and I'm the hater on the team. On the panel.
I think if you, like Marcus said, I think if you take Brock Purdy away from the Niners, I think he's backup.
I didn't say that. I just said I need to see.
I think he's
what he
Sam
does.
Howell is what I think he is right now. So
Whatever. Sam Howell is pretty good.
Bryant is Shady McCoy in reverse. Okay?
But
I didn't say Brock Purdy would be terrible. I said I just need to see him outside of San Francisco.
Yeah, but the only thing that gives Hurts the benefit of the doubt is that he has the running ability a little better than Purdy. But yeah, I'm with Hurts.
So we got the next hot topic is if you were the GM for the Chicago Bears, would you sign Justin Fields 5th-year option, or were you using a high draft pick and draft a new quarterback? Marcus, I'll let you start this one out.
You know, as much as I try to root for the black quarterbacks, I think Justin Fields, he needs a new start. He needs to go someplace else. I don't think the Bears is it. So no, I would not sign to the 5th-year option. What I would do is, if I was the GM, I'd blow everything up. First of all, head coach got to go. Definitely got to go. And I would do my best to try to get I forget what's his name, Detroit's OC Ben. I think his name is Ben Johnson. I would try hard to get Ben Johnson up there, or some other, or somebody off the Shanahan tree, or that would try hard to get that. And then I believe they still have they got the Panthers first round pick.
They have 2 high picks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for either Caleb Williams or Bo Nix, or even the guy from Washington. I forget his name. Michael Penix, I think. I'm going for one of those 3. Pick one of them. Get me a offensive minded coach in there. Give me a whole new coach staff. I'm blowing everything up. That's what I'm doing. So no, I would not sign Justin Fields to a 5th-year option. I'd trade him, do whatever I can with him. Wish him the best and send him on his way. I would like to see what Justin Fields does outside of Chicago, but right now Chicago is a dumpster fire for any young quarterback. There's no need to draft another quarterback and keeping the same system in there. So, like I said, get rid of everybody. Get a young coach, a young offensive minded coach in there, and my 3 picks would be Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, or Michael Penix.
Brian,
This is a tough one because I'm not a big college fan, so I'm not positive how much better these other quarterbacks coming out prospects are towards what he has already shown. He's definitely shown flashes. He's definitely shown the arm ability. He's definitely shown the run ability. His health has been in question, and sometimes his decision making has definitely been in question. I think I'm going to probably stick with him. Use my draft picks to get a better offensive line because their offensive line is terrible. Bolster my defense and then take my chances. Marcus is right. I definitely would get rid of the head coach. I would get rid of the GM. I would start fresh, but I think
You're
I would,
GM making this decision, so
I'm sorry. I want to be the owner then. I want to be the owner. But since I'm the new GM, I'm not gonna get rid of me because that old GM he made some bad decisions. But I think I'm going to stick with him. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign him to the 5th-year option.
I'm probably gonna take my chances on drafting Caleb Williams or Drake May coming out of North Carolina. I think that, he's coming out. North Carolina's quarterback.
Okay.
I don't think that this system is set up really for Justin. If I was the Commanders, maybe you can package up a deal and get a couple of draft choices and send them to the Commanders. To be honest with you. They got a bunch of load of draft picks in order that they have. They can do a deal on. But yeah, I think I would.
This, Mark, but they have their quarterback of the future.
They do not have They do not have a franchise quarterback of the future.
That's their quarterbacks is more franchise than yours.
They do not have a franchise quarterback of the future.
Their quarterback is
hold on now. Since they fired Matt Canada, they've had their first 40-yard.
I'm trying to defend you, and you want. Never mind. Okay, you're right, Mark.
He's a Cowboys fan. Remember,
he's hot garbage. He's hot garbage, and little Kenny Pickett.
I just don't think. I don't think he's at franchise right now. I don't. So
okay.
But
you think Pickett is?
I don't think Pickett is either.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So how come y'all couldn't package a deal? Why are you on the Commanders?
I wouldn't be mad at it if we traded him out and got him. I wouldn't be mad at all. It's just a system. It's just that you gotta get the
right. I mean, that's with any quarterback. No quarterback is just going to, except maybe Aaron Rodgers.
We don't know who our offensive coordinator is going to be next year, so that's why it's hard to say us. We don't know.
Well, they don't know who their head coach is going to be.
Okay, but you get somebody in there that you want. You could get Justin Fields and make him your star. But going back to the point where if I was Chicago, I would not sign him to the 5th-year deal. I would draft Caleb Williams and make this thing correct, make it right. I'll do a rookie quarterback again and make it right. Herman?
Yeah, I'm gonna go along the lines with Brian. I'm gonna sign him to the 5th-year option. Chicago is projected to have the highest available cap space going into next season. Their defense is actually pretty good. They just boasted their defense by getting a sweat from the Commanders. And we'll talk about this game later, but you saw what their defense did Monday night, flying around the ball against Minnesota. How long is I don't know how long their head coach has been there. How long has their head coach been there?
He was
At least what,
3 years?
2 or 3?
3 years. I'm probably going to go ahead and get rid of that head coach. I think I'm going to go after Eric Bieniemy. I think I'm going to go ahead and snatch him up from the Commanders.
Damn, Bugs, they just tearing your team up.
I'm going to bolster my offensive line, whether it be within the draft and veterans. I'm going to get a good mixture of the two because I got plenty of cap space. Okay. So the reason I'm going to do it this way is because I'm going to sign Justin to this 1 year, basically a 1 year option deal. If it doesn't work out with him, I've still continued to build my team for whatever quarterback I might have to bring in and replace him with, whether that's next year in the draft or possibly a free agent veteran quarterback. I'm also going to try to get a veteran quarterback for his backup to help to teach him, because I think that's one thing that a lot of these teams are missing when they get these young quarterbacks is they don't get a veteran backup that can kind of teach these guys how to prepare and play the game. They get these scrub backups basically to try to make the guy feel comfortable so he doesn't feel like he's looking over his shoulder, but you got a guy who don't know how to prepare teaching a young guy who really doesn't know how to prepare. I think that's part of the problem. And then sometimes you just blowing stuff up, you're never going to get ahead if you keep doing that. At some point you have got to stick with the plan and see it through a little bit. And I think that Fields has shown some flashes.
The plane is crashing. You're going to just almost stay on the plane to see how it works out.
Well, you make some adjustments. Like I said, I'll probably get rid of the coach. But the thing is that, like I said, and like Ryan said, Fields has shown flashes, and I think his injuries have kind of gotten away. It's been a little unlucky when it comes to that stuff for him. But when you miss on a first rounder that high quarterback, man, you're setting yourself back. And I keep up with a little bit of college football, and I know that they're calling Caleb Williams is supposed to be generational talent, right? He's supposed to be the generational quarterback coming out. Mm-hmm. I don't trust it. I don't trust it because I see too much other stuff that I don't like that I'm seeing about him.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you watched USC games though? Have you watched?
I'm not talking about the games. I'm talking about
the outside
other things.
Stuff. Yeah.
The outside stuff. His leadership stuff.
His leadership skills. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, some of this other stuff. I have a problem with that. And if I miss again, I'm setting my franchise back again.
Well, I gave two other options, not just Caleb Williams. I gave Bo Nix and Michael Penix.
I don't know Bo Nix. Bo Nix, he's probably going to be good. And you know why? Because he has a football name. Bo Nix.
What was the guy's name on draft day? Bo Callahan.
Yeah. You can't get no more football.
We say Herman. It sounds like a football name, huh?
It does.
Yeah, it sounds like a football name. So, but yeah, I'm scared to make that.
What is his nationality?
He's white.
Bo Nix? Bo Nix, Brian?
I'm just making sure. Okay. I didn't make no assumptions based on the name.
But wrapping it up, I'm gonna stick with Justin Fields. If I miss on Bo Nix or Caleb Williams, and I mean honestly, if you played it right, you possibly could take one of them with because you got the Panthers pick and you have your pick, which are 2 top 10s, possibly 2 top 5s.
So you got 2 highly drafted first round quarterbacks on your team.
You could,
how's that gonna work out? You gotta pay somebody sometime.
Whichever one wins it. Yeah, y'all kind of did it. Whichever one wins the starting job, then I might just go ahead and see if I can get the other one traded. And it would likely be Fields if you probably had to trade him. Somebody will kick the tires and give you a third rounder.
You say y'all did it. You're not talking about RG3 and Kirk Cousins because Cousins was
pretty much.
Cousins wasn't a high draft choice though.
But he was rated higher.
Yeah,
that's true.
A lot of people had him on their radar.
I think you take more of a gamble by doing that.
But you don't usually take a first rounder that high.
I mean, it is like what Parcells said. If you got 2 quarterbacks, you ain't got one.
Yeah, true too. That can be the case. But yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna stick with.
Well,
with
you know, in the military, they say if you only got one, you ain't got none. You always gotta have a backup. Okay.
What do you know about the military?
More than you.
What are you talking about, G.I. Joe? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, he did not say that. He did not say that.
All right, you guys, you ready to get into some of the games, the picks of last week's game?
No, Marcus hurt my feelings. I'm going home.
We're gonna start off with the Thanksgiving first game. We had the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Packers won 29-22. Stats in this particular game: you had Jordan Love 22 for 32, 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You had Dylan 14 carries, 43 yards, no touchdowns. Leading receiver, 7 receptions, 94 yards for Christian Watson, 1 touchdown. For Detroit, Jared Goff, 29 for 44, 332 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Montgomery, 15 carries for 71 yards, 1 touchdown. And St. Brown, 11 catches for 95 yards, 0 touchdowns. On this one, who did you take on it game, Brian?
On this one, I picked it wrong. I did go with the Lions. The Lions, they basically dominated the stats. I mean, they had 464 yards to 377. Time of possession, 31 minutes to 28 minutes. They ran 78 offensive plays to 54 for the Packers. Unfortunately, they also led in allowing 3 sacks and 3 fumbles, and the Packers did not turn the ball over. So the turnovers is actually what killed the Lions in this particular game. But the Packers came out. I mean, they came out. We was in the chat, and Marcus had said, man, the Packers came to play. They was up, I think, 21-6 or something like that. It was an uphill battle for the Lions the whole time. So I picked this one wrong. I should have known better than to pick the Lions on Thanksgiving. But I learned my lesson.
Yeah, on this one, I took the Lions also. This is a 7 straight Thanksgiving Day loss. 7 straight. You're right. The Lions were dominated, from start. They never had a chance. By halftime, Packers were up 23-6.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah. The game, like I said, it couldn't have started faster for the Packers. It was up 2 touchdowns quickly. That was it. Love had a career long 37-yard run on a read option, and that was on a 3rd down play, which pretty much sealed it for him for the victory. But I took the Lions, and I got it wrong. Herman, who did you have?
Yeah, I drank that blue silver Kool-Aid, whatever you want to call it, and picked the Lions. Somebody forgot to tell the Lions that they're good, and they reverted back to what they used to be on Thanksgiving. They just totally forgot. But one play that stood out to me, and I was like, dude, this is not Madden, was when they went for it on 4th, and I forget what it was, in their own, it was like they were at their own 30 or something like that. It was like early in the game. It's like, Cam, this ain't Madden, bro. You know how you get into a Madden game, you be like, I'm just gonna go for it. And you mess around. Yeah. This is the NFL, bro. Punt, and make them drive the field. Like, he just,
what they say, Herman, any kick is good for you.
Yeah, it was just a dumb move. And then they on the broadcast talking about, ooh, Dan Campbell's aggressive. I'm like, there's a difference between aggressive and stupid. And that was just stupid to me. Yeah, I picked the Green Bay just came out. I guess Green Bay was like, yo, we're going to show y'all. We ain't just somebody to be walked over. We know the Lions. Basically, Green Bay said, we're not going to be the Lions on Thanksgiving. and they went in there and whooped Detroit. Went in there and whooped them. So I picked the Lions, and I got this one wrong.
Marcus?
Yeah, I also picked the Lions. The problem is that, like Herman said, the Green Bay got out to an early start, quick and in a hurry. They had 20 points in the first quarter. It's crazy. The Lions have turned things around, except with the defense is terrible, man. It's like, they score so many points on offense, but the defense is just terrible.
Well, the offense gave the ball away a lot in this game.
Still, but I don't know.
and gave them the short field. So it's hard to be a good defense when you're playing on the short field.
I don't know. It's just I was disappointed because I'm drinking the blue Kool-Aid this year. But the Lions are still 8-3, so right now they're still leading the division. But I picked the Lions and I was wrong. I was really wishing they could do it for Thanksgiving. But I guess we gotta wait till next year to see what happens.
For hours, that game.
I know you ain't talking with your loud kids last week, okay?
Marcus,
Hey man, I can't control my kids. You can control your phone.
What'd you say, Mark?
Can you let them know you're doing the show?
I did.
Okay.
Or just turn your phone on silent.
I did. I forgot it wasn't on silent.
Okay. I accept your apology.
I didn't apologize.
You said I'm sorry.
I take it back.
All right.
This show is getting off the rails again.
Next game we have is the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go.
Cowboys won it 45-10. Stats in this game was Sam Howell, 28 for 44, 300 yards, 1 interception. You had Brian Robinson, 15 carries for 53 yards. Leading receiver was Chris Samuel, 12 catches, 100 yards, 0 touchdowns. For Dallas, Dak Prescott, 22 for 32, 331 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tony Pollard, 13 carries, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 5 receptions for 72 yards, 1 touchdown. On this one, I took the Cowboys, but, man, the Commanders, they couldn't put no pressure on Dak all game, all day long, man. And on offense, they just couldn't come up with any big plays at all. And the big turnaround for me was the big point for me. They went 0-3 on 4th downs. The Deron Bland interception for the touchdown pretty much gave them that Thanksgiving celebration for the Cowboys, and that was the end of the game pretty much from there. But I took Cowboys, and they won it. Marcus, who did you have?
I picked the Cowboys.
No, you didn't pick the Cowboys.
I did.
He
You
did.
didn't. Shh.
I'm
So
just
you
laughing.
Cowboys,
That's
Marcus. So Marcus, why did you pick the
said.
Cowboys?
That's all I gotta say. I picked the Cowboys.
So you can't give us a little synopsis on why you picked the Cowboys, why you thought that they would win?
No, I was in the middle of Thanksgiving activities. I couldn't even watch the game, so I just looked up. Cowboys.
This dude here. I swear.
Brian, who did you have?
Man, I had America's team in this one, and this might have been one of the best Thanksgivings I've ever had. Even when the game got a little bit close, and we thought that it might be actually a game, Dak just got on the field, walked down, threw a beautiful pass to Cooks, and just put the lead right back out of reach. Like you said, the Deron Bland pick 6 was just icing on the cake. It was beautiful, how he set a NFL record. The way that the Cowboys was having a Thanksgiving dinner on the side on the sidelines, eating turkey legs. I mean, it was just enjoyment. I got to actually relax. Normally, I'm nervous when the Cowboys play. I can't eat. Man, I had 3 plates. I had dessert. It was all good. Yeah, you can play the music all you want, buddy. Nonetheless, the Cowboys dominated. I will give the Washington team a little credit. They did throw for 376 yards of offense on 75 plays. Like I said, Mark said, the biggest thing is what they kept going for it on 4th down, and they couldn't convert. They were valiant, but the Cowboys was just a better team.
Herman, who'd you have?
Yeah, of course I picked the Cowboys in this one. Like Brian said, usually you be on edge a little bit. I actually started eating when this game started. And at first the game looked a little like it was going to be on funny games. Looked like we was playing with our food again. But yeah, Dallas got on track. Sam Howell was the first quarterback to throw for 300 yards against Dallas this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, hats off to him. But yeah, it just wasn't really even close. Washington has a lot they got a lot going on. They need to blow up. You talking about blowing something up? They need to blow up everything. Start over fresh. Like if you're the owner now,
Justin Fields.
maybe. I don't know, maybe. But you need to blow up everything and start over completely. So I picked the Cowboys. I got it.
You see how your coach went in there, the coach went in to talk to the owner. Yeah, it's the defense fault. You need to fire them.
Yeah, he's trying to save his job now.
I recommend they be fired and not me. Marcus, you are not enjoying this segment, buddy. What are you doing?
All right, we're moving on, Marcus. Moving on. Next game we have is San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle won it 31-13. On this particular game, San Francisco, Brock Purdy was 21 for 30, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey, 19 carries for 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. Deebo Samuels, 7 receptions, 79 yards. For Seattle, Geno Smith, 18 for 27, 180 yards, 1 interception. Zach, what's that? My screen just
say Zach, the running back.
Yeah, exactly. Charbonnet.
No, let him butcher another name.
No, my screen went out for a second. Zach.
I think everyone else would butcher that name, though.
Charbonnet. 14 carries for 47 yards.
Cabernet. That's Cabernet.
Justin Smith.
No, you're saying it wrong now, Marcus.
2 catches for 41 yards, 0 touchdowns. Herman, who'd you have in this game?
I had the 49ers, of course. And they just, usually you'd be like, these divisional games, records don't matter. You can throw records out the window. Well, record kind of mattered with them. The 49ers showed up like the better team. And I just want those Seattle Seahawks to show up on Thursday night in Dallas. That's all I'm asking for. So I picked the 49ers, and yeah, I got this right.
Marcus?
Yeah, I also picked the 49ers. I didn't think Seattle was going to be able to hang with them. They're looking back up the top for them again. After that 3-game losing streak, they've been pretty good. So, yeah, I definitely picked the 49ers. Not so.
Hey, real quick. How stupid do the Panthers look giving away McCaffrey like they did? They could have had him in the backfield, taking a lot of pressure off of Bryce Young, and could have developed that quarterback.
And they gave up the wide receiver with Chicago,
DJ Moore.
Moore.
So good job. That means,
and they got their coach fired.
Yeah.
I just feel like you, as a head coach, you shouldn't get another head coaching job immediately after a year. You just got fired from another coaching job.
Well, tell that to these good old boy owners. They're the ones that like to recycle these dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. How you recycle a fire coach? It doesn't
They
make
do
sense.
it all the time.
Time out. Andy Reid.
Y'all did it.
That is true. Okay, you're right.
Because
But it wasn't a year after. It wasn't a year after. It was like it was a year in between.
No, I don't think it was.
I think Reid. Yeah, Reid took a year off. I think he did take
Reid
a
took a
year
year
off.
off.
I don't think he did.
I think
He did.
I'm pretty sure he signed right with the Chiefs.
He didn't.
No, because
You
he had
have
to take
to-
care
you
of
have
his
this thing
son.
called
He had some
Google.
family issues.
He had family issues with Philadelphia. Remember, his sons kept.
Yeah, so he took a year
Right,
off.
and I thought he
took a year off,
after
sir.
Yeah,
he
he did. You're
after
right,
he
because
left
his son
Philly.
died. His son
Yeah,
died
his
when
son
he went
died.
Yeah, but he didn't take a year off.
He took a year off.
He did.
Yeah, have you Googled this? You know for sure?
Yes.
You're lying. He took
Then Google it.
I'm going to Google it.
Okay, then. So hostile.
Anyway, I took the 49ers on this one too. 49ers came out scoring touchdowns on 3 of their first 5 drives. McCaffrey and Samuels, they were doing much of the damage. I think for Seattle, they were missing Kenneth Walker out there, and you also had Geno Smith that was hurt. So, it was one-dimensional as far as that was concerned. They wasn't running the ball. And the 49ers just ran all over them. I took the Niners. Brian, who did you have on this one?
Yeah, we were all in accord on this one, Mark. And not only did the Niners run all over them, the defense destroyed them. I mean, they got 6 sacks. They had a fumble recovery. They also had a pick 6. And like I said, the offense, they just dominated 35 minutes of possession, 377 offensive yards. I mean, they were just balling down the field on both sides of the ball. It wasn't even a contest. Are you not answering the question? Are you still good, Marcus?
I asked the
He didn't
question.
call on Marcus yet.
No, I'm talking about Andy Reid.
Oh, he didn't take a year off.
Thank
He
you.
didn't. Okay, yeah, he didn't.
I love it. Hi, y'all. Yes, he did.
Marcus, who did you have this game?
It seems
I already
like
went.
it
I
seems
said the
like he took a
49ers.
year off.
It seemed like he did take you. I already said it.
Okay.
Are you just going to repeat what Herman says?
Yes, exactly what I'm gonna do. Exactly what I'm gonna do, sir.
All right, going to the next game, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jets.
This game.
The Dolphins won this one
It's the
34-13.
Black Friday.
Another good one.
Doing the sound effects.
What's that?
That was football related. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, I should worry about it.
For
It's our
Miami.
show, so.
Go ahead, Mark.
For Miami,
No,
Tua Tagovailoa, 21 for 30, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Raheem Mostert, 20 carries for 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver, Jaden Waddle, 8 catches for 114 yards. For the New York Jets, I mean, ain't a whole lot to do. Timberwolves, 27 for 38, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Hall, 7 carries for 25 yards, no touchdowns. I mean, Garrett Wilson, 10 catches, 7 catches for 44 yards, 1 touchdown. This one was a blowout, man. The Dolphins, I mean, they blew him out the water from the beginning. Dolphins defense didn't let the Jets get into any type of rhythm at all. They forced the Jets to punt on the first 5 possessions, and then the pick 6 at the end of the half, a 99-yard was just. I think the Jets are cursed. They're just cursed. They're terrible. I took the Dolphins.
Hey, that wasn't a pick 6. That was a.
It was a Hail Mary pick 6.
Oh yeah, you're
pick
right.
six.
No, I'm thinking.
That was
The Hail Mary pick.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was. Yeah, that's one of the craziest plays that I've seen in a long time. But I got to correct you, Mark. Miami's defense didn't hold back the Jets offense. The Jets offense hold it back.
I mean, they had 7 sacks though, man. They had 7 sacks, right?
Who did?
Miami's defense, didn't they?
Let me see.
Yeah, they had 7 sacks. They did a little something.
7 sacks, 2 picks.
Yeah, they did a little something.
And I said it before. Aaron Rodgers is anxious to get back to this.
For what?
Nah,
You better take your year off and be happy about it.
tell me about
Do you know he orchestrated that Boyle guy playing too?
Yeah, he brought him along. He brought him.
Yeah.
One of him as his
But he was in
guy.
Green Bay?
Yeah, he was in Green Bay under the coach. But yeah, he did.
You know, these teams gonna learn one day to stop letting Aaron Rodgers run the show.
You
Are
would
they?
think.
Well, I mean, he only has a finite amount of years to still play, so eventually
Well, yeah,
he may
I
not
guess,
learn, but he
that's
may
the
just
only
go
way they're
away.
gonna learn.
All
Right.
right, Brian, who did you have in this game, Brian?
Yeah, we were all in it. Nobody thought that the Jets had a chance in this game. It wasn't even going to be close. It wasn't close. It was boring. Again, I had to watch it on the computer. So, and Doyle, you know, he talked all this stuff before the game, and he sounded real positive, but he's just hot garbage like the rest of them that they put out there. It wasn't a contest. They're wasting Breece Hall. They're just wasting him and Garrett Wilson's talents. I mean, and that defense they're wasting too. It's just sad. I don't know if it's Saleh. I don't know if it's I'm about to say Favre. If it's Rodgers, but that I feel sorry for Jets fans. I feel sorry. And now that's all over the news is how, you know, they opened a 21-day window for him to come back. Like Mark said, come back to what? What are you going to do all this hustling for?
I mean,
You're not making the playoffs, so
Right.
Technically, they're still in the
He's
race.
still in the hunt, but
They looked at their schedule.
yeah.
It's not happening. It's not happening. They still got like
Well,
the
my
Chiefs.
thing
They
is-
still got the Bills.
It would be different though.
They got
if
Miami,
had
like,
a
twice.
line. It would be different if they
Yeah.
had an O line.
I agree.
You know, that you didn't have to worry about, and he was going to get protected. I'd be like, okay, yeah, but your offensive line is crap.
Yeah, and you're going to be the first one to come back from this Achilles injury like before anybody. I don't see it.
you know,
Well, I guess the good thing is if he gets another Achilles, he can recover before next season starts. We know that now.
Going
saying
to a
that,
dark place.
saying that if Aaron Rodgers comes back, the Jets technically still have a chance of making the playoffs. It's like saying that if Beyonce got a divorce from Jay-Z, technically I'd have a shot. Okay, that's pretty much the
To be
equivalent.
honest with you, Marcus, I think
Come on
that's a more a better scenario than what the Jets got going.
But come on now, let's not say it's that far fetched. I mean, we know that you got to have a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers changes the perspective of everything. You're not going to put these dudes down in the box now to stop Breece Hall. Aaron Rodgers back there, and most likely
Aaron
You're gonna
Rodgers
be a
with a
little more
gimp leg.
nervous.
Come on, you really think he's with a gimp leg?
You assume he's guilty.
And you know
First
he
of all-
beat us with a gimp leg in a playoff game.
Yeah, we've seen him do. Yeah, so it's not that far fetched. It's kind of crazy because again, I don't trust their offensive line, but that is the biggest upgrade at quarterback that you can possibly get moving forward for the rest of the season if he does come back, and you possibly still have a chance. So
All right, Marcus, who did you have in this game?
Yeah, of course I picked Miami. In the way where I was picking the Jets with some dude named Tim Boyle and a starting quarterback. Brian said it was bad. I thought it was a very entertaining game. I mean, that pick six for the Hail Mary at the end of the game was actually great. I just can't wait.
You know,
I was
it
like,
was really like the nail in the coffin
The
in this game
Dolphins
where
fan
you
is
knew
entertaining.
there was no chance for them coming back.
I mean, because I was like, oh, dude ain't gonna make that. Dude ain't gonna make that. Dude ain't gonna. Oh, dude is gonna make that. But then after they explained it, it's like all the fast dudes for the Jets were in the end zone. So once he's got a lead, then wasn't nobody fast enough to catch it. So that was just one. That's one of the greatest plays I've seen in a long time. That was great. But like Brian said, that was the nail in the coffin. After that, if I was a Jets fan, I'd have just went home and went Black Friday shopping.
Herman, who'd you have?
Yeah, I had Miami in this one. The one bad thing that came from this game for Miami was they lost Jalen Phillips to their Achilles injury. And I don't know if y'all are y'all watching the Hard Knocks in season?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Man, I watched today. I watched the latest episode, and it was covering that game. That episode was kind of creepy now, going back looking at it, after looking at it, because I don't know if they edited this way, but I don't think they did because he was the focus of that episode. He was mic'd up. He was mic'd up most of the time. And yeah, so I was just like, that's crazy. Like he was mic'd up. He was the focus of that episode. And that happened. So speedy recovery for him.
All right, moving on to the next game, we had the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Ravens won it 20-10. Stats in this one: Lamar Jackson, 18 for 32, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries, 64 yards. Leading receiver, Likely, 4 receptions for 40 yards. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 29 for 44, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading rusher was Justin Herbert, 4 carries for 44 yards. Leading receiver, Keenan Allen, 16 receptions for 106 yards. Herman, I'll let you go first. Who did you have in this one?
I did pick the Ravens in this one. And I have one thing to say about this game, and Kellen Moore strikes again.
You blaming the wrong coach.
If my defense holds the team to 20 points, and I have one of the top leading scoring offenses in the league, Kellen Moore.
Brian, who'd you have?
Who'd you ask?
Brian.
Brian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was with Herman. I was with the Ravens as well. And this game basically came down to Ravens football. They ran that ball for 197 yards, and the defense dominated. They got 3 fumbles and 1 interception. So that's what you call Ravens football right there. And Herman with his take on it too. But I had the Ravens. I had it right.
Marcus, who you had?
Of course, I picked the Ravens. Like I said before in the show plenty of times, I'm not picking the Chargers as long as Brandon Staley is there. The Ravens are hot right now. So I don't know how you can not be drinking the purple Kool-Aid. So I definitely picked the Ravens, and the Ravens won.
Yeah, I took the Ravens on this one, man. Ravens forced 4 turnovers. The biggest thing in this game to me was Zay Flowers finally had a breakout game with 2 touchdowns. That was positive for them. But I took the Ravens, and they dominated. All right, we're moving on to the final game. The Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears won it 12-10. Bears, you had Justin Fields, 27 for 37, 217 yards.
No,
Hit your big ass head.
My head got bigger.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Justin Fields, 12 carries for 59 yards. Leading receiver for the Bears, DJ Moore, 11 receptions, 114 yards. For the Minnesota Vikings, Joshua Dobbs, 22 for 32, 185 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Madison, 10 carries for 52 yards. And then you had Hockenson, 5 catches for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Herman, I'll let you go first. Who did you have in this one?
Yeah, unfortunately, I picked the Vikings in this one.
No, unfortunate. Your boy.
Don't unfortunately, yeah.
No, unfortunate.
First of all, you picked the Vikings too, so silence your mouth, okay? Anyway, I expected more from the Vikings at home, home game. Chicago coming in, but Chicago came in to play. I mean, their defense was all over the place. And you can't win a game when your quarterback throws. You usually don't win a game when your quarterback throws 4 interceptions. No matter who he is. Josh Dobbs had been playing pretty good football, but that Monday night, he had a Kirk Cousins type performance under the lights. So I picked the Vikings, and I guess one.
Has Kirk Cousins ever thrown 4 interceptions in a game?
Probably, I'm sure he has.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
In back-to-back games, 4 turnovers in back-to-back.
Marcus, who you had in this one?
I also Dexter Herman hyping up Josh Dobbs.
Don't put that on me.
I was led astray. I was ran amok. Plymouth Rock. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me. Crazy, but I picked the Vikings. I forgot there was a Monday night game, primetime game. Kirk Cousins wasn't playing. I should never have picked the Vikings. I don't know what I was thinking. But I was wrong.
Yeah, I was with you all too, Herman and Marcus. I took the Vikings too. The Bears had to pull it out with a Santos 4th field goal to the game, actually, a 30-yarder with 10 seconds left. Joshua Dobbs' chariot turned into a pumpkin with them 4 interceptions. He's on his third team for this year. So, I mean, he did the best he can. That's what we expected.
He's on his third team this year?
Third team this year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He is on third team.
Yeah, he's with Cleveland and Arizona and now Minnesota.
But they had a chance. They had a nice miss. He had a missed pass wide open to Jordan Addison. I think it might have turned this whole game around for him, but nevertheless, they didn't do it. And the question comes now: is it time for Nick Mullen to come in the game and come in there? That's the question now. So we shall see. But I took the Vikings, and I got it wrong. right, so that includes our picks for this week.
I'm just going to keep wearing the hat, so you can conclude all you want. I'm going to keep wearing the hat.
Go ahead, Brian.
I told y'all when I
stop being
made
long-winded.
this pick. What?
Stop being long-winded. We already
told y'all when I made this pick that I was going to be wearing this hat. To be honest with you, it was a little nerve-wracking. This game was terrible. It was turnover fest. I mean, we're getting on Josh Dobbs, but Fields fumbled twice in this game. And then, like me and Herman was talking about, there were flashes where he would light it up and do what he's supposed to do. I mean, they put up, 317 total offensive yards, but you're kicking field goals. Get in the damn end zone. The Bears played good. The defense played way better than I thought it was. You know, Josh Dobbs, it's tough. I mean, like you said, this is his fourth team. This is what his third week in the Vikings camp. Doesn't know everything. He was a journeyman from the start. You knew that this chariot was going to stop eventually. But he tried his hardest. Like Mark said, he had a chance. You know, one pass to change the game. It's all about inches. But I want you all to understand that when I pick a team, that y'all should follow my lead. And then I will never wear this hat again. But as long as y'all keep going with journeyman quarterbacks and the Vikings on Monday night, you're going to see me wear this hat. So I'm going to turn this over to the other side. Y'all have graduated. Congratulations. Herbert, look at me. Don't look down.
How'd y'all do this week? I was 4-2.
4-2.
Was 5-1.
Same. 4-2.
Oh, you know what it was? We all picked the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was wrong. All right, so
remember, I said too at the beginning of that. I said this game might be a lot closer than we think. I should have picked
which game? The Bears and Vikings game?
Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers and Lions game.
Yeah.
When we picked that one.
Yeah.
All right, going into week 13 of the NFL games, we've got the first game we have on tap is the Seattle Seahawks, 6-5, take at the Dallas Cowboys, 8-3. Dallas taking 9 points on this one. I'll let Marcus start it off.
8.5.
Okay. Marcus, let you start it off. Who you got in this game?
I'm picking the Cowboys. They're obviously a better team than the Seahawks. They have a better quarterback, better defense. So I think this is an easy pick, Cowboys. And it's a home game. So I'm going with the Cowboys.
Brian?
Yeah, the Cowboys have been dominating teams, scoring over 20 points, and haven't even been behind one game in the while at home this year. And the predictor has the Cowboys winning at 80%. You know that the America's team is going to get this dub.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys. Y'all better not lose this goddamn game. I'm taking the Cowboys. Herman?
Here we go.
Where's that from? Where is that from?
Are you on drugs?
What?
Get out of here. You know where you heard it all. You heard it all Thanksgiving Day. Get out of here.
As much as you watch the Cowboys games, I know you know where that comes from. Boy,
I don't have no idea where that comes from. Where does that come from?
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
All right. Next game we have is the Denver Broncos, 6-5, taking on the Houston Texans, 6-5. Houston's 3.5 points up on this one. Both teams are on the up and up right now, but I think I'm going to take the Houston Texans on this one, home team on it.
You know, the Broncos have the longest win streak in the NFL right now, Mark.
Yeah,
they do. Is it?
I think it's 5.
5 games.
5 games. Yeah.
I'm taking Texans. They're gonna snap it. Herman, who you have in this one?
Great minds think alike, Mark. I'm going with you with them. I know the Broncos are playing some good football, but so are the Texans. And going on the road is going to be a little tough for the Broncos. So I'm going with the Texans on this one.
Brian?
Yeah, we're all in the same accord with that one, man. The Texans are playing fun football. I mean, their games are always entertaining. CJ Stroud is just like lighting it up every game. Even though one game he threw like 4 picks, the rest of them he's been pretty solid and is averaging like 300 yards a game. The predictor also has them winning at 54%. So let's go Texans.
Marcus.
This is actually a hard game for me to pick. Like you said, the Broncos have the longest winning streak right now in the NFL.
You're going with the Texans.
Can I speak? Russ is cooking again. Sean Payton seems to turn things around there, but right down the top, even though they lost the last game, the Texans are on fire. I got a lot more faith in the Texans than I do the Broncos, so I'm going with the Texans.
All right.
I was waiting for you to say but.
I was waiting to go, ow!
No, I knew he wasn't going to howl.
I thought I was too.
All right, we got the Cleveland Browns 7-4, taking on the Los Angeles Rams of 5-6. The Rams got 4 points up on them. Brian, who you got in this one?
Well, the predictor has the Rams winning at 64%. And I tend to agree, man. This one basically just comes down to quarterback. I know that the Cleveland Browns have a good defense, and but the way the Rams are running that ball and with the quarterback that they got, I think the Rams are going to get this one. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think they just got back their Kyron Williams, and he set the world on fire with that running. I think it's going to be tough for the Cleveland Browns to come in there and beat them. I'm taking the Rams on this one too. Marcus, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams.
Marcus,
the Browns got it. I'm going to take the Rams. I think the Browns have a great defense, and I said last week I believe that defense can take them into the playoffs. But if we look at his quarterback, still in there, third or fourth quarterback. Joe Flacco hasn't played in a while, so I'm got to go with the Rams. I got more.
Now Flacco's not starting, is he?
He might. The other dude, DR, or something. He's in concussion protocol.
DTR is PJ Walker is.
PJ Walker. I think PJ Walker's starting.
I think he's starting.
I still got more faith in Matthew Stafford than I do PJ Walker, so I'm going with the Rams.
And Herman.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams also. Road game for the Browns. Quarterback situation is very ugly. In all honesty, if Joe Flacco has to go in there, it's going to be even uglier. Myles Garrett is a little banged up with his shoulder. No structural damage on it, though. They said.
But he is playing. He's playing.
But he is. Yeah, he's going to play. But I'm going with the Rams. Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Now you're spreading germs.
Not really.
Next game we got the San Francisco 49ers 8-3 taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 10-1. 49ers 4-point favorite on it. It's a tough one.
On the road.
Marcus, who you got in this one?
This is another hard game for me to pick. This is definitely, a rematch from last year's NFC Championship. This should be a great game. It's disrespectful that a home game that the 49ers the 49ers are 4 point. The Eagles are giving up 4 points. That's crazy to me. You're supposed to get 3 points just for being a home team. A lot of people are not satisfied with the way the Eagles are winning these games. Say it doesn't look pretty. A couple of miscues last week against Buffalo, and Buffalo would have won that game. But they keep winning. And since they're the home team, I'm about to go with the Eagles. I'm about to pick the Eagles.
How did we not pick that game? Oh, because of all the Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, because we had 6 primetime games.
Yeah.
Brian, who you got in this one?
Can they tie?
They could.
Because I don't really like either team.
It ain't about who you like. It's about who you think going to win, sir.
I think the Niners are going to win. I don't want to root for the Niners to win, but God, Philly does seem questionable. I don't know why, but it's like you got to give them respect because they keep winning, even though you don't think they're going to win. But the Niners are a force to be reckoned with. I don't even think this game is going to be close. I'm going to take the Niners.
Yo, you don't think it's going to be close?
Nope.
Herman?
Yeah, the 49ers they're just playing way better football than the Eagles right now. And the Eagles, yeah, they keep winning and they're winning ugly and they're winning by the skin of their teeth. And there's so many things that are going in the Eagles' favor. Officiating, ball bounces, just it's everything. It is everything. But
Herman, no calls when you're manhandling the quarterback and
yeah,
the quarterback gets a
you know what I'm
penalty
saying?
for grounding.
Right, the horse collar the hell out of the
Salty.
yeah. And
You're
go
supposed to be
forever
protecting
on that.
quarterbacks.
But I got to go with the 49ers on this one. They're playing way better football right now, and they're playing complete football, I guess, is the thing. They got a running game going. The quarterback's throwing the ball. The receivers are doing their thing. The line protecting. And I think what gives them the edge is their defense. The 49ers defense actually did get better. It's when they got Chase Young. And I didn't think it could get that much better, but it did. So give me the 49ers.
I look forward to this game because I think we're gonna see both these teams in the playoffs coming up. So this might be another rematch coming up. But I'm going to take the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Taking the Eagles.
No, that you don't just do that, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're by yourself on this one.
No.
So,
No, Marcus took
I
the
said
Eagles.
Marcus took the Eagles.
did you take the Eagles, Marcus?
Yeah.
I did take
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
You should pay attention during the show.
You're so dumb. I thought you were smarter than that.
You should
Why haven't
pay
done all
attention
this
to the show.
Brock Purdy love?
All
You
right.
should pay attention.
He
to
don't
it.
love them no more.
Moving on to the next game, we got the
You can pay attention
Kansas
to the
City Chiefs taking on the 8-3. Kansas City Chiefs 8-3 taking on the Green Bay Packers, which is 5-3. Kansas City 6.5 points favorite. Herman, who'd you got in this one?
Easy peasy. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm a ride the Chiefs on this one too. I don't think Love guy was taking to go in there and beat and win this game. So give me the Chiefs. Brian.
Lions beat the Chiefs. Packers beat the Lions. Chiefs beat the Packers. Give me the Chiefs.
Marcus.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Chiefs. As long as the Chiefs, don't go back to this no scoring in the second half nonsense they was on. I need them to repeat that same performance they had against the Raiders, against the Packers.
The Raiders win was kind of ugly.
Still, they put up
That's what
some
he's saying.
points though. They did put up some points.
But it was ugly.
Yeah, I think they were
The
losing.
Chiefs just ain't chiefing this year for some reason.
They got no wide receivers, so
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I believe the Chiefs will take it out. Well, beat the Packers.
All right, you
Like
got
if
the
the
last
Packers win
game.
this game, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know why. Sorry, Mark.
Last game, we got the 5-6 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 8-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars 7.5 points favorite. Brian, who you got in this one?
Man, I'm going with the Sunshines, man. I don't see the Bengals without a quarterback and with a questionable defense coming in here winning. So give me the Sunshines.
I second that emotion. I'm taking the Sunshines too.
Where do we get the Sunshine nickname from?
Jacksonville.
What?
Herman. Why?
What?
Herman.
Remember the Titans.
Oh my.
Okay, I got you.
Is he just trying to be funny? I hope this is it. I hope this is
I don't
it.
be listening to the commentary. I just be watching the games. Okay, I be on my phone or on my computer.
Herman, who'd you got in this game, Herman?
Yeah, I'm going with the Jaguars on this one. Bengals, they're gonna have a high draft pick and come back next year and be a good team. So, give me Jacksonville.
And Marcus.
Hey, ask Eric, who is the Jacksons?
Is it
Is
Jackson
that
5?
Michael or
Is that like the Jacksonville? Okay, Jacksonville, I
Jackson
guess.
Fives.
Okay.
I didn't know they had a football team.
You know? ABC.
Marcus.
Yeah, this is probably the easiest pick of the picks we got. No Joe Burrow. I'm definitely going with the Jaguars.
You don't think the Cowboys pick was easier?
Not as easy as this one, no. No, not as easy as this one.
All right. So that includes our picks for the games coming up. We're gonna end this show with our final thoughts. Anybody wants to start off? Any final thoughts you want to start off with?
I want to thank and not thank
Thank you, not thank.
the businesses in the area, especially Target and Walmart, for trying to ruin my Thanksgiving by playing Christmas music when I shop in November.
I agree with you on that. I'm with you on that one.
I would appreciate that I get to celebrate my Thanksgiving, and then you can do all you want with your Christmas afterwards. But I don't want to hear jingle bells while I'm trying to shop for my turkey supplies. Thank you.
Well, there's no such thing as Thanksgiving music, so
That's what
there's no such thing as Thanksgiving music.
Hey, they call
it
it
should be.
They call it holiday music, is what it's called.
Well,
So they get ready for the next holiday.
You can't get ready for Thanksgiving at Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving.
It's all
Yes.
holiday. It's holiday.
No, sir.
Well, can I go next?
Yes,
Yeah.
you may.
Go ahead.
I want to thank Target for playing Christmas music.
No, you can't go next
when
now.
when I'm
Marcus,
shopping.
Marcus, you talk.
When I'm
Marcus.
shopping.
I'm muted.
He don't know he's muted. Oh, he's still talking.
Still talking. I know you.
I said thank you, Target, for letting me shop the Christmas music.
Oh my god. Oh.
Marcus, final thoughts for you?
Yes, my final thought is, and I'm in 100% total agreement with Brian.
He muted you, Marcus.
I'm in total agreement with Brian. I was driving back home Thanksgiving night, and somebody already had their Christmas tree outside, decorated, lights on. That's a travesty to justice. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Thanksgiving, okay? You don't put up your Christmas lights until the Friday after Thanksgiving. That's when the Christmas season starts. Y'all gonna stop skipping over
Good Friday,
Thanksgiving.
do what you want.
Like it's a stepchild holiday. We're not doing that right here, okay? Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
I mean,
I'm
let's
100% agree
look
with you.
at what the Thanksgiving celebration is. Maybe we should be skipping over Thanksgiving.
No. It's a day off with a lot of food. That's all we need to know. We don't need to look at the history of it. We just know what it is.
We know what happened. We know what happened the Friday after they got Thanksgiving.
So what are you celebrating for Christmas? Because I don't remember hearing no Santa Claus and Jesus,
And Jesus' birthday wasn't even in
which is what we're supposed to be celebrating.
Yeah, so
You celebrating buying some.
So if we want to go, I mean, yeah, they've commercialized it, but if we go with the Bible, did they not bring presents to Jesus?
To Jesus, not to each other.
after Thanksgiving.
You go buy buying Jesus
After
an
Thanksgiving.
Xbox? Is that what you gave Jesus for Christmas? An Xbox?
Did you get an
You
Xbox?
you bought him a
for
big.
some Christmas?
That's why big screen
I bet
TVs on sale.
you didn't play
Jesus,
about your
that's
Xbox
right.
you got
Here you go.
Christmas.
Here you go, Jesus.
Did you?
Here's his
Did you?
56-inch TV for $289 on Black Friday.
When it's convenient.
Marcus, we going off the rail. Marcus, take us out of here.
Yeah.
Take us out.
Before we get out of here, I want to encourage everyone to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you watch on YouTube. You catch us on Facebook in our Facebook group, Delay a Game. We're on Twitter /X at Delay a Game 3.
I ain't on it.
And on Instagram at the
Me neither.
official Delay of Game. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. First week of December, man. This year's going by quick. See you.
Peace.
Peace.